All right, guys, when I was in Spain, I'm showing off, aren't I? I was in Barcelona. I had a chicken dish very much like this, which I loved. So first of all, what I've started off with is, of course, I'm doing more than enough for one because I'm going to put some in the freezer for me for later on. Or maybe I'll just invite 100 friends. If I had 100 friends, I'll invite 100 friends over for dinner. So all I've done is I've got some chicken thighs, skin on, bone in, and I've just sealed them in some hot olive oil. I've got some chorizo, you can have hot or mild, cut it in slices. And some waxy potatoes, which I've left the skin on. I've just cut they're still raw, and I've just cut them into wedges. So we just get those started, and then we throw in a few other things. Some button mushrooms, which I've quartered, red onion, which I've cut into wedges, and quite a bit of garlic. Just scrape all the bits and pieces off the base, because that's all the nice caramelised stuff from the chicken and from the sausage. And we'll just saute that for, I would say, keep on stirring it every now and then. I've turned it down 5 minutes. I've got a nice dry sherry here, Amontillado. My Spanish pronunciation is pretty bad, isn't it? Medium dry sherry, I'll say. And I put about a quarter of a cup of that in there. I'm going to serve this later on with it, which will be lovely. I do like a good sherry, I really do. To that we then add a can of chickpeas, a can of diced tomatoes, tablespoon of smoked paprika, please smoked, about half a litre of chicken stock, and we'll add some salt. I've also got some roasted capsicums in a jar, which I'll add later on. Right, so what I'm now going to do is bring this to the boil, and I'm going to cook it just to get those potatoes started, because they'll take a bit of time. And then we'll return the chicken, and we will cook the chicken until it's done, which will be about, chicken itself will take about 15 minutes. This will take 15 minutes. So in half an hour, we will be sitting down to this delightful dish, and I'll add the capsicums, of course, with a big glass of sherry. I'm looking forward to this. A couple of pieces of chicken. As you can see, I've put the roasted capsicum in there. Now, you can, if you like, take all the chicken out and reduce the sauce a bit more. I actually had a dish very similar to this in a restaurant in Barcelona called Los Caracoles. Very popular restaurant, very hard to get into. You enter through the kitchen and the ceilings are festooned, I think the word is festooned, with jamons, you know, which is the Spanish version of that delightful prosciutto. And I think if I remember rightly, the big difference with it is the pigs are fed with acorns. And if I'm wrong, you can tell me, but I think that's it. Yeah, that's looking good, isn't it? Nice colours, lots of good stuff in it, the chorizo, the potatoes, the roasted capsicums, and a little bit of parsley just to give it a little bit of zing. And to go with it, as I mentioned before, a nice medium dry Amontillado from Spain, of course. Bring out your best glasses, and away we go. Now, I think that's good tucker, I really do. It's got lovely flavours. You know when you have a really nice dish and every taste of it is slightly different? Exactly what happens there.